Hello, this is Solon. We're going to be going looking at two 1v1s against this person. I believe her former name was Letjin, so I'm not sure. It's random. He picked US. Germany versus US. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The US is Germany is a worse version of the US for the most part. In the areas that matter, I said before. Recon is worse since it's a lot more expensive. Infantry is worse since the barracks is more expensive. And King Tigers are just straight up worse than Super Persians, and those are the three most important parts of the game, at least as far as ground goes. Air is different, and as you can see here, Roka Airfield, he plays camo, which is pointless since I have decryption. Goes third depot. I should have went third depot a little bit sooner, but whatever. Said I built a unit. So I didn't realize this at first when I was looking into decryption, but I actually built an RMV since I have a barracks, which is it's not a bad decision. It's a really interesting decision. Personally, I'd probably just stick with the barracks since it's US for more defensive play, because heavy infantry, really like heavy infantry in an air versus air start like this. Oh, and I super fuck up here. I should have kept my fighter over here to block and auto intercept, but I was being stupid. And my first depot truck gets strafed. So I'm like, well, shit. That's kind of big. That's really big, actually. That would be like a game over, but I kill his Warhawk and his Stewart, so I almost get all my points back. Still really annoying though. And I need to be very careful. If I lose any units soon, they're like, GG for me. Because of losing the depot. Since he can replace his losses right now a lot more easily since he has that extra depot income. I play camo, get my third depot out. Or the replacement third depot, I should say. Kill another Warhawk. Also, I want to say in this matchup, if you're US and then Germany's going air and they're doing like 3 depots or 2 depots, just go 1 depot less as US and spam Warhawks and 1 recon plane. Since you get extra extra Warhawks right away, you should go 1 depot less. So you kill like their first 2 air units and you camp their airfield with your Grasshopper recon and strafe whatever they build. Stewart tries to break through, but I just put some light infantry. Kill the Stewart. So yeah, I'm in a pretty strong position. I don't get this Warhawk, unfortunately, since he's on Blitz and I'm not on Blitz. I do end up playing Blitz, but I decided to pull away since I don't want to lose ME109 if he's building another Warhawk right now, which he is. So it's really unfortunate I couldn't get it. But I do have the KFC still wandering around, which is a really big threat that he has to deal with. And I'll be getting, yeah, now I just started the heavy infantry tech. So I probably ordered the Simi 109 over here, but I didn't. Now I do it. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. I mean, I'm trying to think if that trade's okay. I'm really tired right now, so. My plane is more expensive, which is unfortunate. That's not that good a trade, but. And I unfortunately also used the KFC. He ends up making a Greyhound, which is a bad decision 99% of the time. Just make a barracks in the Willies, which costs 25. A Greyhound also costs 25. Except at the barracks, you can also make heavy infantry when you research it. Or more Willies. Like, Greyhounds are just ridiculously expensive. There are very incredibly niche situations where you would use a Greyhound. But normally, just build a barracks in the Willies. That's the same price as like 1 Greyhound, so. Go ahead and engage this Warhawk. Okay, now here comes the heavy infantry. I get the Greyhound snipe, which is really nice. Also have the Stuka come out. Gets out of fanaticism. Now he gets Mustang, so I go ahead and just instantly kill the first Mustang by swarming it. And I was wondering if this was a decoy actually, but it wasn't, so my Stuka ends up dying. So he has Mustangs now, which is really bad for me, but there's a lot of heavy infantry he has to deal with, so I'm not super concerned. I also get this artillery anti-air base out. So I can start, well, most importantly, I can get the Flak ED and just camp it in the forest right here. This position will be almost invulnerable. The fanaticism, this stuff. I get both of them, 2 out of 3 Mustangs, which is really nice. Also some this 20mm AA. Also get out of Stag. Since the hobbits can just get strafed. Anyway, at this point he's calling me a noob in the chat. It's like, you can only play small maps. It's like, okay, I can play all the maps. So then we had game 2. You gotta go, I guess, oh, you can see here, right? Obviously, like, so many other fucking noobs when they get mad. It's like, time to play Japan on Diplo since the only goddamn thing I can play. All the time. Like, Nickelback. And there's a couple others too, I've done this before. And okay, I'll be straightforward though. I lost this match, and that's because of one specific reason. And it was a pretty big fuck up on my part. Anyway. Play decryption as usual. Well, playing decryption is really dangerous. Like, if he goes air anyway, he now has fanaticism or an extra blitz on me. To a secondary base, A position. I lose the paratrooper, unfortunately. So he gets 4 depots right away. That's actually that's an interesting start. He has 6 depots and I have 4 right now. I'm gonna have to say, like, this guy probably does these 1v1s all the time, and I like do it maybe once every 5 months. So I'm not super familiar with the meta. Okay, so there's 2 reasons that I lost this match, because he got the economic leg up right away. Although if I hadn't lost the paratrooper, I could have done something. I make the Chiha, and he makes the 18 in response. I get a really good air engagement. Now I guess it's not our secondary race up. Takes these 2 depots. I do this little push right here with that Type 88. Yeah, so 2 big problems. Yeah, that initial economic advantage is really letting him replace his losses, even though I've been generally doing slightly better. Better engagement, that actually turns out really well for me, and I get the depot. So I get out the QCs out, which is kind of like really actually idiotic. These are $20 each. The tech is $25. That is $65, which is fucking stupid of me. Yeah, and it's okay. So as you can see here, like, here's what happened. He gets Chi Ris. I don't. He wins. And it's really funny since I've lost before because of Chi Ris. Because they just go, they're like just so mobile, and this map is just so spread out. The Chi Ris are actually really good on them, but for some reason I end up going hoveries in response, which is just really idiotic. And man, I violated like my own principle of artillery is dog shit. Like, Artillery is really situational. There's zero reason for me to go artillery instead of Chi Ris. I don't know why I went artillery now that I'm looking at this. You can see here, now I'm getting the Hories. I get a secondary base out here. Yeah, so I kill this group right here, and I have a lot of points, but he's gonna send his Chi Ris to the side. I also get Renzans to try to maybe do some bombing, maybe a superiority. Oh, but now I'm being forced to spend money on Susie's to deal with these since I don't have anything else. So yeah, it's really funny since I've lost to Chi Ris before, so. Okay, I'll just have to remember in the future. Okay, here's how you play Japan on this map. Secondary base in the middle. I don't know about airfield. Maybe you can do the camo bunker thing like he did. I don't know. Whatever. But secondary base right here. Get your air. Maybe some tank or two or AT. Whatever little shit like little combat happens. Just try to get Chi Ris and you basically win. Just Chi Ris and zeros. I mean, maybe probably Shindens maybe. At some point. Yeah, don't build Hories on it. Just build Chi Ris. So zeros and Chi Ris is how you play this map. And I was a bit frustrated that I lost this, but I mean, whatever. Like, you can play one way. You can play one nation on one map to any degree of confidence, I guess. Congratulations. But in the future, nah, I'll be fine with this. Like, maybe I'll go rematch him. I don't know. And I was in his lobby again, but he kicked me. It's like, if you're really not confident, how about we go rematch? I let people rematch me. So, I just need to remember in the future. Build Chi Ris, goddammit. Don't build QC artillery or Hories. Build Chi Ris. That was a big mistake on my part. Although he did have that economic lead for a lot of the match. Although at the end we were tied if we had an equal amount of depots. So yeah, well, his A position camo thing was okay. Let's pause this. It was interesting, but I did force out like another AA bunker with a paratrooper. I basically think if you can have the paratrooper survive, like, or if you can keep on making him build bunkers and trying to land somewhere else, you can actually get a lot of value from it. But I don't know which is better, either just weird camo secondary base start or starting the airfield right away. Yeah, he got like 250 more income or 270 more income. Something. Yeah, that is the end of this video.